Hey there, I'm Kathleen Jasper. Today we're diving into something that trips a lot of test takers up: semicolons. Yep, those fancy punctuation marks that show up on grammar exams like the ACT, SAT, GRE, or Praxis Core. You'll probably see a couple of semicolon questions on your test, so it's definitely worth mastering how they work. Let's break it down together in a way that makes sense and helps you think like a test maker. First, a semicolon's main job is to separate two independent clauses. That means two complete sentences that could stand on their own. For example, the scientists observed that ancient trees can survive for thousands of years. They store water deep within their trunks. Both sides of that semicolon can stand alone as sentences, so this use is correct. But if one side isn't a complete thought, like by storing water deep within their trunks, then the semicolon doesn't belong. That's one of the biggest traps on grammar exams. Now, here's a trick that helps when you're looking at answer choices. A semicolon does the same job as a period plus a capital letter, and it also works like a comma plus a coordinating conjunction, what we call the fanboys, for and nor but or yet so. So if you see a question where several answers use those same kinds of punctuation, remember that they're doing the same thing. Three of the choices might separate independent clauses in the same way. Those are probably wrong. The one that's different, like maybe the option with no punctuation, could be your correct answer. Let's take it a step further. Sometimes you'll see a semicolon followed by a word like however or therefore. That's called a conjunctive adverb. The correct pattern looks like this: independent clause plus semicolon plus conjunctive adverb, lowercase plus comma plus independent clause. So, the expedition team faced harsh winds and freezing temperatures. However, they continued their climb toward the summit. Both sides of that sentence are independent clauses, and the punctuation is spot on. What you don't want to do is use a comma before however or pair it with a coordinating conjunction like and however. That's a red flag for a comma splice, one of the most common grammar errors. So remember, semicolon, conjunctive adverb, comma, that's your winning formula. And here's another tip. Don't be afraid of the no change answer. A lot of people skip it, thinking there must be something wrong, but often the sentence is already correct. Grammar exams are designed so that the correct answers are evenly distributed. That means no change is right just as often as A, B, C, or D. So, to sum it up, when it comes to semicolons, make sure you're connecting two complete sentences or using them before conjunctive adverbs like however or therefore. Keep an eye out for patterns and don't overthink it. Grammar is a lot like math. It follows specific rules and logic. Once you learn those, you'll start to see how everything fits together. If you want more practice, I've got tons of resources on my website, kathleenjasper.com. You can check out my Praxis Core and SAT courses, which go deep into grammar, punctuation, and even essay writing. There are also free practice tests and study guides to help you feel more confident on test day. All right, that's it for today's grammar session. If you found this episode helpful, make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for even more strategies, tips, and updates to help you with your exam preparation. I post helpful videos and quick lessons every week to keep you on track and feeling confident. And hey, if you know a friend, family member, or colleague who's preparing for their exam, please share this podcast with them. It might be exactly what they need to boost their confidence and get that passing score. Thanks so much for tuning in, and as always, keep studying and stay positive.